Konnichiwa, minasan. This is Strong K, and today I want to take a look at the new Cyberpunk Text Adventure, Cypher, that has been released last month, I think, by a Argentinian team named the CabreraBrothers, who are actually brothers, based in Buenos Aires, I think. And yeah, it's an interesting experiment, let's put it that way, because what they're trying to do here, or they tried to do, maybe, is to reinvigorate, I should say, the genre of the text adventure, or at least to give it like an up-to-date, like a polish and, you know, an up-to-date remodeling. Yeah, let's see how that went. Okie doke. Doggone. Okay, so yeah, here we are, a text adventure, and this is going to be somewhat of a you know, unusual first impressions, or let's look at video, however you want to call it. Yeah, because it's basically you know, me typing a lot and then commenting on what's going on here. Maybe I should say that before the beginning screen, or like the starting screen that we just saw, there is like a little bit of backstory. That's just like a scrolling intro text, if you will. And what has happened in the world of Cypher is that apparently an asteroid collided with the moon, and you know, rendering it a cracked moon, and also polluting Earth's atmosphere with a moon dust or asteroid dust, and you know, making it like a even more inhospitable place to live, I should say. And you know, it's like your standard cyberpunk fare here. Corporations have taken over, you know, basically have assumed the role of a government here. And in this case, it is the Neo Sushi Company, or Neo Sushi Limited. I don't know. Like, I don't make the rules. I just explain them, or you know, the contents to you, I should rather say. And basically, they devised a way of like purifying the air on Earth, and yeah, this gave them like you know, a monopoly on clean air, I guess, or at least, you know, had them like assume supreme power. Yeah, so, you know, corporations taking over, that kind of stuff. Like I said, pretty much standard. If you're familiar with the cyberpunk genre, like a Neuromancer, I don't know, Shadowrun, Blade Runner, and especially, specifically Johnny Mnemonic, this harkens back to a lot, and you'll see why. Well, actually, I can tell you why, because you are a data courier that sort of saves information in his head via cybernetic implants. Also like a staple of the cyberpunk genre. But without further ado, I think you can, you know, infer this also from what will be going on screen. So I'm not gonna, you know, harp on that too much. This is how, you know, the game presents itself to us. Okay, on the left side here, this is the text, like, you know, plain old like text adventure. If you've ever played one, like a, I don't know, Zork, Planetfall, like any Steve Meretzky game, basically, or others that came out. You know the dealio. So you have the description here, like the environment, and then you can just interact with the game by using the parser here. So if I type more, and I'm not going to read this out, though I'm very tempted to, but I think, you know, once this goes up, like if you're watching this, you will probably read this already, you know, and just listen to what I have to say on the side, if you will. Okay, let's hit more. Lime Jesus Christ, man, you almost kill me. No say how the deal went off. Yeah, there's one thing I can say right away without, you know, this being still the introduction to the video. However, and you probably will notice this or have noticed this already, the game has an issue with its English. As far as I understand, there has been a it's like its initial release, it used to be a lot worse, let's put it that way. There has been some improvement on the English. However, in the version that I have, and I picked it up a while ago, this game, so I don't know which version this is exactly, but so maybe there's a patch out now that fixes those issues. So, you know, take my words here with some caution. And everything I'm gonna say, because this actually becomes apparent throughout the game a lot of times, and actually is an annoying factor in the game. If I, you know, can take this, like, or can just like throw this out there at this point, which I usually don't like to do, but this is pretty apparent, and also this is a text adventure game, so obviously you will notice, you know, that something is not right here. And at first I thought, okay, this guy's supposed to be French, this lime dude that we're talking to, so maybe it's like his accent, or he does not really, you know, he has like his command of English is not that vast, but apparently no, that's not the case. It is definitely the game that has those issues here. Let's just continue. And I'm going to talk about this later on because it becomes relevant. Sadly, though, later on in the game. Okay, so now we're getting started here. This is our apartment. We actually just came from a deal that went wrong, or that was botched. We don't know what was going on. Yeah, again, very, very typical noir type of cyberpunk thing. Okay, and on the right side, this is us. And then you can see like a little map, this like blinking Tetris-shaped, yeah, object there is, I think, like the layout of the location we're at right now. And then you have like a teeny weeny picture of the apartment. Right. Also, this part of the screen doubles as a inventory, which we'll see in a second. Okay, so what do we have here? Multi-card. Eddie's locked briefcase is over the coffee table. Multi-card or multi-card reader. No, multi-card fell to the carpet. It must have been stored along with Eddie's briefcase. A blue keycard rests to a puddle scotch. Yeah, this is what I mean. On the desk, there's a big heavy T800 video phone and empty glass of scotch. Period. You also see a note. And that's the thing, like once you encounter an empty glass of scotch, this may be like a, you know, a figure of speech, or like it's like a, you know, a stylistic device, let's put it that way. But I just assume that it's wrong English, or that there's something missing, and you know, this sort of like ruins the whole atmosphere. This is also why, you know, you stumble across this actually a lot. But again, I'm sorry, I will not try to harp on this too much, but I will recur, you know, or like reiterate this issue every once in a while. So let me apologize in advance if I do so, or if I like scoff at, you know, whatever error I encounter, because I basically know that the English here is not so polished. But in any case, let's get started, and let's take the glass of scotch, because that's actually something that I think we should do. Okay, what else do we have? Let's just pick up everything. The multi-card. There you go. And you know, as you can see, some of the items here are displayed in our inventory. I think the most important ones, because the glass of scotch is not appearing here. So I just assume that we don't actually need it later on, but I don't really know. Okay, the video phone, a note. Okay, let's take the note. And let's read the note. Let's see what it says. Okay, electronic note. To return on. Okay, turn on note. Oops, sorry. Okay, try fixing your command to be more specific. Okay, turn on the note. Be more specific. Turn the note on. Be more specific. Okay, turn note on. Okay, like that. And again, this is, you know, you already getting a feeling for what is the game's second weak point. Actually, that's the parser. Right, but I'm going to talk about this later on, because let's just, you know, for now, suffice it to say that this could have been executed a lot better, in a lot, you know, in a way better fashion, I should say. Okay, note. Okay, turn note off. I think. Note flickers off. Okay. Blue keycard. Okay, take keycard, because that is gonna be more specific. Okay, take maybe the blue keycard. Perfect. Okay, so open the briefcase. Let's see what we got in there. Briefcase. It is locked. Okay, unlock. No, that was right. No, that was wrong. Unlock. Lock briefcase. Dude, what's going on? It's like my typing today. Type unlock the object with the item name instead. Look at inventory. Okay, so unlock Second one, neat feature is actually if we hit the arrow key, the up key, we can repeat the last command we typed. If I hit it multiple times, it's not going to do anything. So it's just the last command that you typed actually. Unlock briefcase with keycard. Well, let's be safe, and it's probably going to be blue keycard. The blue keycard is soaked in scotch, and the this is some weird scotch, by the way. It's totally black, but no, never mind. It doesn't appear to unlock. No one's wet. Okay, dry key card. Let's get this right. There you go. That does the trick. Okay, 40 out of 1,250 points. Okay, again, unlock briefcase with key card. Ah, yeah, blue key card. I forgot. Excuse me while I cough. Okay. Open briefcase. Case. You open it. Cool, cool, cool. Plasma cutter falls to the floor. That sounds useful. Plasma cutter. Take it. Okay, let's... Can we turn it on? Turn on plasma cutter. Oh yeah. Turn plasma cutter on. It sounds like I don't know. It looks like one of those needle guns. If you're getting some ink, you get some sweet tats. Razor like glowing energy wheel. Okay, can we actually? We had this window in our room. Like, can we cut window with plasma cutter? Okay, cut window. Yeah, just forget it. I'm not even going to go into that. Okay. Turn. What does this actually? Wait. Examine plasma cutter. What does it actually do? It fits perfectly in your pocket. That's why I got it in the first place. It has a small text on one of the sides. Oh, maybe you can read it. Read plasma cutter. Plasma cutter by Zork Inc. They actually do make the best plasma cutters. Interrupts electrified fields 10 times faster than the competence. Yeah, competition, I am assuming. Turn on. Okay, so this is for cutting electric fields, I guess. So this won't be of any use here. So let's just turn plasma cutter off, because it's really annoying. Right. So yeah, what's actually examine briefcase? Because we open it, so there must be something inside. Low tech. Wow. Yeah, I like this kind of cyberpunk lingo. So low tech. Also, if you print out shit, it's like hard copy, low tech shit. Yeah, whatever. I'm getting sidetracked, but actually doing this more for your amusement. So I hope that's okay. You'll forgive me. It has one of those archaic magnetic locks. Eddie loves. Okay, yeah, but we open it, right? Curious. Okay. Oh, briefcase is open. I did not pay attention here. Inside there's a rather old QR code reader, possibly a program. Red button starts flickering. Okay. Take the reader. Take code reader. Is that gonna work? Take code reader. Syntax. Yeah, this is a perfect English sentence that I use every day. Actually, I used it earlier today. Take code reader. Jeff. Take code reader, please. Okay. Take QRS. Maybe that's what's missing here. It comes integrated to the briefcase, and you are not walking around with that big thing tonight. Wait, then I'm not. Can I turn it on? Turn Wait. I'm gonna do it like so. Reader on. Be more specific. What do you mean? Examine QRS reader. I've read QRS code browser. Eddie gave you this crap because you got a passcode. So looks like this is it. Okay, yeah, passcode. We got a passcode stuck in our head. Let's push the red button. Push red, because this is, if you ever encounter a red button that is blinking, you should definitely push it. To press the button when nothing happens, but you need to plug your stuff. Ah, okay. Ah, yeah, because we are cyberpunk sort of data courier. Plug into QRS reader. That worked, right? Cool. 80 points.
Welcome to the QRS code. Please remain still while connected. If you experience any nose or eye bleeding, one of our technicians will be more than glad to assist you. To begin the download, press the red button.
Okay, let's press red button. Let's do this. By the way, this is not a glitch, and this is supposed to be that way. You know, because it's probably like a low-tech QRS reader prototype stuff. Yeah, so the ambient like sound effects and everything really works. That I actually do like in this game a lot. Okay, now we're inside, yeah, the Matrix or whatever. So we logged onto this thing. What we have to do here basically is find this passcode that we are supposed to transport, I think. And I should mention, this would be a good point to mention, actually two things. First of all, please notice that we already have 130 out of 1,250, so this is like more than 10% already solved, I guess, like going or judging by the score. I have not finished this game yet. I've played a little bit. I think I probably progressed like 3 hours into the game so far. I don't have the feeling that I'm going to be done soon, but then again, you never know. This is just so you know where you're getting yourself into here. And then this game actually does come, if you buy it, because you can buy it from the, for example, from the developer's webpage, and it comes with what they call feelies. Like, remember those old games? Like, if you're like an old school gamer, and back in the day, you picked up a box and there was like a lot of stuff crammed into that box. Like, I don't know, like those goodies, like a no clue, like a newspaper. I just remember like Zack McCracken, one of the first, actually, like I think the second adventure, point-and-click adventure that Lucasfilm Games back in the day released. Yeah, because this guy, Zack McCracken, was a reporter, like a journalist actually, writing for a newspaper, and one copy of that newspaper was included in the game, which actually contained hints, you know, for like some of the puzzles that you encounter. So that was actually, you know, a nice feature. And they try to like you know, have you or let you relive this experience, so to speak, because what they did, and I mean, they are based in Argentina, so apparently shipping shit out of Argentina is quite costly, you know, if also logistically challenging, or so I've heard. So, you know, that is actually a feasible way of doing that. So what they did basically is they included those things, like you have brochures for, like, you know, those capsule hotels or those coffin motels or whatever, or I don't know, like a nightclub. One of them is you know, an instruction leaflet for this QRS reader here, you know, providing you with the commands that you need to know in order to progress at this point, simply to, you know, be able to navigate and through this matrix and then pick up the data that you need. I don't know if it actually does double as a copy protection of sorts. I mean, back in the day, that was usually the case. You know, that you had some sort of hard copy item. Like, listen to me, I'm already picking up on their lingo here. But, you know, some sort of like physical object inside the box that you needed, like a code wheel, or, you know, stuff like that, without you would not be able to further progress in the game. So yeah, that was. And that's what they try to do here. So they basically created PDF files that you can at home print out and, you know, put into your box. You can also print out a cover for like a DVD sleeve or something like that. So that's actually nice. You can actually put this game, you know, in your shelf and, you know, show it to your friends and be like, hey, look at me, I'm playing text adventure games. And I'm like, I don't know, 28 years old. No, seriously though, I think it's a nice feature. Also, I have to say, a lot of detail and work went into those flyers, and I really like them. They go hand in hand with like the whole overall graphical or otherwise presentation of the game, and I would also include the sound presentation here. Really, I really like it. It's really superbly done, I would say. Oh, superbly is a lot, but it's definitely well done, and I like it. And actually, yeah, you do need it. So what we have to do here, sorry for again getting sidetracked and just rambling on. Okay, so there are certain commands that we can use here, such as, for example, the prism command. Please note that everything that we do in the matrix here is, or you know, inside this virtual reality, is in square brackets. Okay, so Prism gives us basically like an overview of what's going on currently. You scan the area, blah blah blah. So it's like sort of like the look around command that actually does not exist, I think, in the real world in Cypher. Okay, but a memory bank to your left glows a purple glare while the ones at your right with bright orange. Okay, So what we can do actually is like we're presented with like pieces of information, like, you know, glowing data fragments. So we can actually grab right, you know, and then pick up this data fragment to our right or to our left. So, you know, grab left would be the equivalent for that. Okay, hold it in front of you. What then we need to do is to unfold it. Unfold. This memory bank is from when Rachel dumped you after a long shark loan shark amputated her legs as payback for Eddie's unpaid debt. Okay. Yeah, why? This is tragic. Okay. And then we can simply, I mean, we could also grab left. Or we could simply, I'm going to just, you know, beg this, like, hurry up a little. Swipe right, so then we can basically browse through all the data that are there. And then again, like, grab right, and then unfold the data. Rounds of beers is still alive. Hell, is no code in here. Okay, maybe grab left, just, you know, for shits and giggles, and then unfold this. Smuggling deal. Okay, swipe right. Swipe. What was that? Everything goes to no. Okay. Grab. It's gonna be on the right. That much I know. Unfold it. Chrome-like particles spark every before your eyes. Okay, so that's the one we're looking for actually. So then we can actually enhance. You smile while seeing the codes. Okay, right. Brushing your teeth with Rachel beside you. And then we can actually, by using the very specific command, give me a hard copy.
Download incomplete.
Have this stuff printed out.
Found. Data loss detected. Please seek medical assistance within 24 hours if you experience excessive ear, eye, or anus bleeding. Thank you for using QRS code.
You're more than welcome. Okay, let's pick up the passcode, which is only half printed out. And actually, let's save the game here, because I know the next portion can be somewhat tricky. Okay, game saved. To load, simply type load. Let's just, for shits and giggles, try that. Warning, restoring a save game will erase your current progress. If you wish to proceed anyway, type restore save data. And this is also something that is, I mean, you can actually die in this game, I should point out. So when you are in a position where you are likely to die or may die, you know, you have to go through this ordeal every time, which can be pretty annoying. I don't know. Like, I can understand why they have this, like, you know, safe system here, like that actually prevents you from loading your save game unwantedly. You know, if you like load, I don't know, load truck with garbage, for example. Okay, that doesn't even work. But, you know, it's like maybe that was the idea behind it. But, you know, like a simple Y or N, like yes or no, would have sufficed here. But, yeah, again, doesn't really matter. Okay, because what we have to do now is, let's check out the door. Okay. No, okay, I'm just gonna, like, spoil this. So if you don't want to, you know the solution for this game, please cover your ears or eyes, or just, you know, jump ahead. But what I'm going to actually do is I'm going to turn on the phone, because I want to call the cops. Because apparently those guys, those baddies, they're called retrievers. They're not related to, like the golden retrievers, like this dog race or whatever. Turn on phone, because I think they retrieve data. They're like counter agents or counter spies, whatever. Okay, let's call 911. And, right, press the kind Russians used to sell a few decades ago. Okay, Lieutenant Braggs. Lieutenant Braggs here, state emergency. Okay. If you want to interact with a person in the game, this is how you do it. You type their name, comma, and then basically tell what, was like, type what you want to tell them. So, Braggs, help me, there are retrievers outside my apartment. You need a medic? Go to the hospital. We can't dispatch any ambulances. Yeah, you do not understand. Brax. Help me out, buddy. There are rights on town. The area has priority. Didn't you hurt me before? Go to the general hospital if you're hurt. He sounds honest until he coughs to hold a laugh. Bastard's enjoying the scared look on your face. Brax. They will kill me. What? Someone is trying to hurt you? Yeah, right. Hell, who am I to doubt? Stay there and lock your doors if you haven't already. I'll send a patrol car. Okay. Thanks. Okay, Brax. Thanks, man. No need to thank me, citizen. That's what I've been paid for. What I've been paid for. Okay. Actually, this is what I always tell people at work. If I help them, you know, I'm like, hey, that's what they pay me for. You know, and then I'm usually greeted with a puzzled, quizzical look. Okay. Exit. Turn off phone. See, now it works. Now we can use this phrase here. Okay. So we called the cops, and they're actually gonna show up. Let's just wait. And wait some more. And then red button on this. Okay, sensor. Okay, the door sensor began to beep. Someone is approaching. So that's either the retrievers, like the gangsters, or the cops. Let's just wait. Okay, didn't he say to lock the door? Okay, lock door. Beeps more quickly. You want to, dude, I just want to lock the door. Door position. Okay, so lock south door. They're outside the door. Lock it, man. You realize it was already locked and feel quite embarrassed. Okay, yeah, you never know. Better safe than sorry, right? Listen. South door. Let's try to... Okay, you throw yourself to the door and lock it in Shiora. That is now embarrassing, honestly, because it was locked, dude. There's a locked door that leads to... Okay. Okay, again, listen. You hear nothing but the rain against your window. Okay. Duck. You're already ducking on the floor. Okay, this is the police. Open the store immediately. Looks like the call worked out. Okay, so let's unlock south door. And, please open the door, damn it, now. Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm ducking while unlocking and opening a door. Okay, open the door. Okay, yeah, open south door. Okay, the cops break through the door the second you manage to open it, and bullets are flying from outside the window, sorry. One of the cops takes cover outside the door, while the other gets a beauty of a hole in the chest big enough to fit your head without getting blood on your ears. So what did they do? Did they like catapult a log through my window? His partner drags him outside and closes the door. Okay. The open door on the south leads into a long dock. Okay. The sharpshooters took down the north window. You can reach the ledge by going through it now. Okay. Red button. Okay, we've picked everything up. Let's leave this bitch. By going north. Up north. Fix your sentence to be more clear. Okay, this is again like another issue that I have with the game, moving around. And generally, like, this refers also, this is part of the parser problem, but you know, since usually, I mean, we have not moved around, you know, that much as of now, but you will later on. And actually, how to do this is not typing north or N like in any other text adventure, is go north. It is go north. Okay. You can simply go north. It would be go north if, you know, I wasn't able to simply go north. You cannot simply walk north. You may want to try going through the window. Okay. Let's go through window then. Be more specific with your command. Okay. Climb through window maybe. Okay, fix your sentence to make through window to the outside to be coherent. Okay, go through window. Go through window. Syntax error. Yeah, well, it's debatable. exit through window, maybe. I don't know. Just fix your sentence. Go. Okay. Ah, yeah. Go north window. I'm sorry. That's my bad. Go north window. Okay. Go through north window, maybe. Yeah. Okay. So again, this actually happens quite a lot. I should point out. You know, like the parser is not really the best thing out there. And this actually the first time and I've played this before. I've been past this part of the game. So yeah, I had a hard time like figuring out how to exactly word my phrase or my command, you know, for me to simply leave this apartment and go through the window. And you know, like this can be highly frustrating, specifically if you're you know, there's like a time limit or a turn limit, you know, as with the guys. For example, if we wouldn't have called the cops, then those guys outside the door would have been those retrievers, and they would just like smash the door in and kill you. So there's like a time or turn limit, and then simply like fishing for the right wording for a command can be highly frustrating. Let's just put it that way. Okay, building ledge. So let's get the hell out of here. Drivers honk, hover cars, empty soda cans. Okay, leads back. Okay, climb ladder. Oh, climb up. What is, okay, stand up. Climb up. 25th floor, rooftop west. Okay, before it goes down to pieces, the ladder makes after falling. The rattling sound. I don't know. The sound the ladder makes after falling down the street gets in by police officers surrounding the building. There's thick up here. Acid dust from the cracked moon incident makes your eyes go dry. Burning sensation, acid rain. Okay, sink a plastic coat. Lungs never heal. Okay, accident and decompression chamber. Okay, the west side of the building roof extend to the east, where you can hold your eyes opened. You can see the adjacent rooftop. Okay, what we can also do here is, okay, retrievers have not spotted us yet. Rub eyes, actually. That is a command, which will give us more points. And again, we're like close to 400 points here, which is, I don't know, like a third of the game already, maybe. I'm just afraid that this may be very short. But in any case, let's continue east. Stumble, okay, blindly without any air, you the police letting hell break loose a couple of floors below. Sharpshooters. Okay, hover car. See the pack of recruiters jump down to the same roof you are. Their eyes glitter in the dark beyond the dust cloud. Okay, let's jump over this ledge. Let's just jump east, I think is the command that you have to do. Okay, jump is sloppy at best, land on the edge of the building. Right. To the west is the gap we just jumped over, basically. Okay, run wildly. Having spotted you, they don't. This chance for okay, so I'm gonna laugh. Okay, so let's simply go east and just get away from here. West you can see squat. This is so thick. Ends up probably on the ledge you can see on the rooftop to the east, but this time the space between the two buildings is larger. Jump through the gap between rooftops like they were athletes. Surgical improved legs with cheetah tendons upgrades. Okay, they have all the time in the world that you can hardly heal in their life. Okay, let's just like jump east again. Okay, the west rooftop, 4 floors out, police tacticals. Okay. Retrievers scream and twist in pain while covering their faces from the riot lights. They had their night visions upgrades activated while chasing you. They will probably need replacement for those because they've been blinded by those lights. Let's first duck. Okay, and I think I'm going to call it quits here. At least, you know, concerning the progress I'm going to make in this game. So yeah, like, in summation, again, I already said I really liked the way this game is presented. Like graphically, for a text adventure, I think the developers have made some nice decisions here. Like they included the like a graphical interface. The inventory is cool. I also like the soundtrack, which is also included with comes with the game. And those feelies, the freebies. I mean, this is a game sort of, let me put it that way. When I first saw it, that I wanted to like, because I was like, cool, this is something new. I've played some of, like the older, not like the super old, like late or mid 80s type of text adventures. I'm not referring to those. But, like text adventures, like the genre has sort of branched off into, what is now coined or like what now goes by the term of interactive fiction, I should say, and this is really they have some interesting stuff out there. I don't know, for those of you who've played like a 905 or a All Things Devourers, they actually made a lot of use of the medium that is the text adventure, and have some interesting twists. That's really cool. So I kind of like expected that here too, maybe, because I was like, hey, if you actually plan on doing a text adventure, like interactive fiction should be something that you probably will have played as the designer, and picked up some nice ideas here, and then just like revamped it, polished it, gave it a little updated look, if you will, like a graphical interface here, or like, and by graphical interface I just mean this, not necessarily like text adventures is fine, but like visualizing what's going on, basically. You have those tiny screens there with the your position, your location, and then the inventory and stuff like that. So that is actually cool. Obviously, as you already saw, the two really detrimental points that this game features is the language, like the English, is really bad. Like I said, I mean, as from what I could gather, like doing some research online, the information I could gather is basically amounts to this, that it used to be a lot worse. So I'm not sure, because like I said, I picked this up a couple of weeks ago, and I just got around to playing it now. So I'm not sure which version this actually is, so maybe there is an improved version out there if you pick it up now that has been proofread. But as is, this is really bad. Also because not only does it, this is really obvious if you do speak English, and you read those texts, and this is something where this game hiccups. You're like, oh, what the fuck? It's like athletes and stuff like that. I don't know. This simply should not happen. Also because obviously in a text adventure, this is like your means of interacting with a game. Progressing in the game is actually the English language. Via the parser or the command line down there. For example, later on in the game you will encounter a payphone, which is called paid phone in the game. However, if you want to use it, you have to use the correct term, payphone. And stuff like that, it's like hover car, hoover car, things like those. It is really annoying, and again, if you have like a turn limit, and you not only have to look for the right parsing of your commands, but also having to be aware of the fact that maybe you have to use some special vocabulary, that can be pretty frustrating. And this is basically the beef that most of the players have with this game, that the English sucks and is not as it should be for a text adventure, and the parser does not work. And I think the parser issue is actually worse, because actually we're about to, if you just progress to the next screen here, the next situation, there is you will find ourselves on top. I'm going to spoil it, so if you do want to solve this by yourself, please cover your ears now. You will land on top of the police car, this police tactical patrol, and yeah, you have to like then duke it out with the driver of this car, and this is really tiresome. I'm simply not showing this because the sound that goes with it is sort of like Formula One race car revving its engine all the time, and it's highly annoying. I would like to show that off, but I'm just afraid that it's going to be, too tedious and too taxing on me and on you as the viewer. So I'm not going to do this. But this again is the same thing. You have to like basically find a way to get off the car, and this again is more a matter of finding the right wording for the command than actually knowing what to do, because that is pretty obvious. You can guess that pretty easily. So that is it's like extra frustrating. The puzzles are okay so far. Again, I haven't progressed really far into the game, and I feel like at the point where I'm at right now, I still have a considerable amount of story left. However, judging by the score, it's not that much. And let's actually, 380 out of 1,200. It's like one quarter already played, give or take. So yeah, is this game, like, would I recommend this? I don't know. Like I said, the first thing that struck my mind was like, yeah, I really want to like this game. I think that's a cool idea. Also, they put a lot of effort into this. Like, they did their homework in terms of like marketing and visual appeal. Let's put it that way. And also like sound, that works really well. I really like it. They are able to create, even in spite of all the English spelling and grammar mistakes, a dense atmosphere here that can carry you through the game. However, the language problems are there, and specifically the parser paired with this language issue may prove to be too much for some people. And actually, by some people I mean most of you, or most of the players, pondering on whether or not you should pick this up. I for myself, I actually want to finish this, saying that right now. Although I have to again say, like, for example, the scene with the police car that's going to come up, I actually had to look this up online. I had to look for the exact wording in order to progress there, and this is really frustrating because that's not the point of the game. And I think what it boils down to, like, whether or not I should recommend this, is the price that this game goes for. The asking price for the version that I got is $14.99. So it's like $15 for the game, plus a couple of those feelies. Like, I think it's a printout or like a PDF version that you can print out with a photograph of the characters involved, some flyers like for a nightclub, and it's like a capsule hotel, and this QRS manual leaflet. The soundtrack is included. I think it's five things in total. And then there's the soundtrack. You get 3 screensavers, and then there's another version of the game that I think goes for $25 or like $24.99. That, among other things, includes a hint book, which I heard is really useful, simply because you needed to progress in the game at times. Not sure if it's because of the puzzles, but from what I could piece together, I think people were actually referring to the parsing of the game. That is has sometimes problems with figuring out what you actually are meaning to do. But again, and then there's, I think, the collector's edition, and then there's like a premium edition that's even more expensive, that goes for $30. And I think it comes with a PDF of sort of like a papercraft QRS module or reader or stuff like that you can like assemble, put on your desk if you so chose. So yeah, the thing is that I don't know, like, I don't really see, although it may be highly beneficial, especially if you're stuck, I don't see myself spending $25 on this, or even $30. And even 15 is a lot, because come on, let's face it. I mean, it has this novelty factor. The CabreraBrothers do a lot right when it comes to the atmosphere, like the presentation, the polish of the game. But at its core, it is a text adventure, and it has, I'm not going to call it like a broken text adventure, but it has some grave issues, like severe stuff that is wrong. And I think $15 is pretty much. It's a lot to ask. If you're looking for a novelty like this experience, because there's certainly some like allure that this game exudes, let's put it that way. I can easily see why people would be intrigued, and actually myself, I wanted to like the game. And so yeah, it's not a total disaster or like a huge disappointment, but it could use a lot of room for improvement. I would say if you're a huge fan of adventure games in general, or maybe even interactive fiction or text adventures in particular, give it a shot. Be aware that, you know, you may pay $15 for a game that is rather short. I don't know this. This is a first impression, so, you know, but what I can gather here, you know, that seems to be the case. And that is not, that definitely needs some improvement. Again, you know, judging from the version that I currently have. For the majority of you, I think this is not something that you're going to have a lot of fun with. Simply because it is sort of an experiment, you know, a nice one at that. Like, the idea behind it is nice, the execution is lacking. So, you know, I think a lot of people will be frustrated with this. So I would recommend maybe to simply watch a let's play or like a playthrough of this, and you know, to like follow up on the story and stuff like that. Yeah, so sort of like a not even a backhanded recommendation. It's really like, you know who you are. Generally speaking though, maybe, you know, give this a pass, or if it becomes cheaper, pick it up. I would maybe pay like $7-8 for this, I think, which is okay. So maybe it's gonna become part of a bundle in the not too distant future, although I think I read somewhere that the developers do not plan on doing that. So whatever, you never know. Or maybe they have like a promo sale, I don't know, on Steam. Maybe it's gonna come out on Steam. I have no clue. Again, so that would be like in the price range that I would recommend shelling out for this this game. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this so far. If you did, I don't know, subscribe, leave a comment, as always. Do something, you know, that makes me feel appreciated in what I'm doing here. No, seriously though, but, you know, do anything. Anything's fine. I know that we are a small group of video game aficionados, so, you know, let's keep it that way. But in any case, I would like to see you on my channel soon if you liked it. And so far, you know, I bid my farewells. And thank you and bye.